everybody, Crusher Callan here, and today I'm playing Ark Survival Evolved on Ragnarok. And in this episode I've got yet another guide that is exclusive to the map Ragnarok, and it's a guide on how to get like extreme amounts of cementing paste, wood if you need it, mushrooms and flowers without even having to do anything essentially. So really you don't need anything. All you need is either a base near it or like an RG maybe, or a Quetzal if you plan on taking the wood. But yeah, so basically in this video I've got like an epic location where you can, there's actually a good couple of base spots, but the main reason is there's heaps of beaver dams, and so you can get tons and tons of cementing paste and other resources. And this place is like no other place on any of the other maps. It's just like, it's crazy, phenomenal. I can't believe it. So before we get into actually looking at the beaver dams and showing you all that, I just want to show you the location and a couple of base spots near it before we actually get started. So the location is, I can't zoom in, can I? The location is, there we go, 25.5 and 41.3. And if I have a look at the map, it's just here where my, it's a bit hard to see, but my blue, there we go, my blue marker is. So in that like brownish looking area near the jungle just to the left of me, and just below me is the snow. So yeah, that's the location. Right, now let's get straight into the base spots near here. So these spots are pretty decent. There's resources around them and they've got no land access. So right where this little ledge here, there's no land access all across here, and it's a pretty big space. The only way you'll be getting up is if you go across here and jump across, which you're probably not going to be able to do unless you like do a bit of a bridge or have gliders maybe, because it's a pretty big gap between the two. So where these guys, whoever they are, have their base is also pretty alright, except this one's got land access. If you have a look all the way over here, as you can see, you can get all the way around down there. You can get stuff up, but over on this side, you can't actually get up this little ledge just here. There's this ledge you can build on. There's all of this along here. And as you can see, there's no land access. There's also this little pillar too, so if you really plan on making a bridge, you could probably do that. You could do it like across from here to here and to the end bit just here, but it's probably just be easier to do a bridge on the other side. But yeah, so it's actually a pretty good base spot. It's near the snow, so you can get a lot of the dinosaurs in the snow, and the three gas or oil veins where you can put the pumps on, they're near here, so that's awesome. There's also, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of metal around. I'm not exactly heaps familiar with Ragnarok when it comes to metal, but there's a bit of metal, wood, stone, all that sort of stuff around here. So yeah, it's a pretty good base spot, to be honest. We might build there in one of our times playing. Alright, now the beaver dams. So this is the exact area. I might turn my gamma down. Might be a good idea so you can actually see. So this is like the vague area around. So there's like a big lake that just comes around. So it bends around. There's a waterfall, and it goes down to this big pond, and then it drops down into down here, like a river sort of thing. So in this lake, this is probably the best spot in all of Ark to find beaver dams and beavers too. So Ragnarok has some differences to the island and all that, because there are not only these stock standard beaver dams. If you didn't already notice, just over here there's one of these like massive, huge, they're called giant beaver dams, just like the other giant beaver dams. But yeah, you'll get a lot more cementing paste in that, as you'll see. So you can find them in that lake bit, the huge ones over there. Also, behind me, just over here, this is also one of the big giant beaver dams here. And also if you follow, or if you come down a bit more, there's another 2 or 3 that do spawn down here. So now I'm gonna so I'll give you the exact coordinates of this area here. So this is 25, 44, so pretty much the same. And this spot does also, come on. This spot does also have a few other bonuses as well, which I'm going to go through too, but I need to get to the spot first. So let's just regain our stamina. Alright, so with this, not only is there heaps of beaver dams, that I do believe there's a way of getting clay here. Oh yeah, here it is. I think it's clay, it might be something else, but as you can see there's these little mounds, and when you press E, yeah, it's clay. So you can run around and get a little bit of clay as well. Makes it weird sound like poo when you collect it, but as you can see there's quite a bit around here. So if you live in the jungle area and you just can't afford, or like early on in the game, and you just can't afford to travel all the way down to the scorched earth biome to get cactus sap and sand, you can just get clay straight from these little lumps, mounds over here. And you can also get a bit of wood too. So I think they're pretty much just scattered all the way around the river. Or they might only be on this side, I'm not too sure yet. See, there's more even here, further inland. But as you can see, you get about maybe 4. Yeah, you get about 4 each, or exactly 4 each. And there's quite a few mounds around actually. So you can get quite a bit if you just run around and collect them. I don't think anything can harvest them, so I don't think you can increase the amount of clay you actually get from harvesting them. But still, I've got a decent like 112 clay without even having to travel really that far from my base. And there's even more. Oh, I might want to look out for that aloe. Looks like it's on aggressive, and it's tame too, so I might want to be careful. But yeah, so as you can see, that's already about 120 clay, and I don't even think I've collected all the little clay spots around here. So yeah, it's definitely an alright spot if you're wanting to get clay. Probably not as good as the desert, but if you just can't travel that distance, then it's definitely good. Alright, now into the beaver dams. So I'm gonna go like have a look all around, collect all the beaver dams, and I'll just show you guys what we get. So I will be limited to what I can get. Just because I'm on a trend on that hasn't got too much weight. So here we go. You gotta be careful of the beavers, but I'll show you a technique to get rid of them easily. So I usually just take all the cementing paste, the flowers, and the mushrooms and petals if there's any, and then I'll leave the wood behind. And so there's usually heaps of beavers around, but there aren't today for some reason. For some reason, which is kind of weird. But, alright, I'll take these two. So, if you come across with me, if you fly across to where there's this little waterfall, what you can actually do is you can lure the beaver dams off of this waterfall, and they can't actually get back up if you stay in the middle, because they're not smart enough to go all the way around and get back up there. So you can just get them to jump off here, go directly back up, and they're not going to be able to get back up. And there's actually also a technique to get the other ones that are even further down as well, because there's another waterfall down there. So that's definitely, if you're getting attacked by beavers, it's definitely a good technique to use to get them just like out of the way, so you can, you know, completely get every one of the nests, or dams, sorry. So you will get the odd beaver dam that will just manage to get around or still be in the area before you manage to pick it up, but then you can just lure them off a waterfall, which is just like, it's just so easy. So I might wait for them to keep up with me. And then here you go, you can just knock them off this waterfall here. You still do have to be careful because there's a lot of beaver dams in this area though. So if you don't manage to get them all off, you will still most likely have quite a few chasing after you. Alright, let's fly up and have a look for any other normal dams in the river. So there's one there and another one there. I'll get this one first. Land. Can you please land? Bit of lag. Oh, come on, Ark. You're better than this. Wait a sec, look, I'll travel back in time. Oh, look, the fish is flying. It's a flying fish. Oh, that's amazing. Man, he's... Oh wow, it's frozen like crazy. This fish is going to the heavens as well. Oh wow, man, hasn't been this bad. It's not usually this bad, it really isn't. There we, oh wow. Oh, there we go. The fish has finished his journey. Alright, let's get this beaver dam. Oh, there we go. He'll land for once. This one seems to be trapped, which is good for me. So as you can see, you're going to be getting about maybe 800 wood per, maybe about 300 cementing paste, and usually around about 30 odd mushrooms or flowers. And to get rid of all the wood, oh no, that's bad. That's a high level one. Might have to be careful of that. Ugh. I nearly got myself killed there. So yeah, as you can see, you still got to be wary. Even if you're leading off the cliff, you got to be careful, because there will still be heaps around. Because this spot is just mad for beavers. So yeah, I've only gotten about 4 beaver dams, and I've got heaps. So just lead them off again, and they won't be getting back up anytime. Right, cool, there we... oh no, it's lag again. What is up with the lag today? It's pretty bad. I think it, yeah, it's lagging. This beaver's flying, swimming in midair. Whee! That's a 140 as well. Oh look, he's gonna go straight through. Oh no, he won't. I thought he would go straight through. Oh, this is really bad. Really bad. I don't know what's going on today. It's lagging though, I can tell you that much. Right, is it done yet? Oh my god! What? Alright, let's try not to die. So I think you guys get the idea with the normal beaver dams. Just before I end the video, I'm going to try and show you what the big ones are like. I will have to be careful though. Oh, I don't know what that was. Oh, I just tried to do the swell. I know that. Alright, I'll just go for this one over here, I think. Because that one's got a beaver inside of it. I don't really want to die. Right, so these ones produce just as much as the giant ones over there, but if you have a look, heaps more wood. Not too much of a step up in cementing paste, but still, you're getting a lot more wood if you need wood, I guess. Although I think it's like kind of random what you'll get. Like some you might get, yeah, see I got more cementing paste in that from this one than I did the last one. So you drop all the wood so that more dams can spawn. That's the whole idea. If you're wondering why I'm doing it. But the idea is so that you can be getting heaps of like resources, and they're just coming back constantly. Right, so does this one have one in it? No, it doesn't, but I'm going to have to enter from the water side, which is going to be a bit dangerous. So you can't access it anywhere from the outside. You have to actually... oh, this might be a bit bad. I'm going to have to come to... I might come to the side here, see if I can access it and run. Get the cementing paste, get all of that. Get that. Right, drop all the wood. Let's go! Run! And as you can see, I've got a beaver army. So, yeah, that's just how many... oh, wow. There's even more and more. So now what you do with this one is you can do the exact same thing as you do with the top bit. You just lead them off the cliff and keep collecting. Alright, let's just get these ones off the cliff and then I should be good to collect a whole heap more. And then you can see them all jump off the cliff. Down they go. Right, cool. So now we're pretty much safe up this area. I know there will still be a few beavers around here and there, but we should be pretty good now that I've cleared them all off. Oh, I didn't bring the food, that was smart. Right, I might have to eat a few of these. Are there any beavers? I don't think so. I lured them away from just before. Actually, yes, we do have one. I'll just leave this one off the cliff or away while I've still got this effect on. I probably should have brought food, that would have been smart. Doesn't look like they want to fall off just yet. Actually, I better get all these ones to come after me too, if I can. Can I? Can I get them all after me? Looks like it, but heaps after me right now. Right, let's just bring him off the cliff and then we'll just get heaps more paste and all that. So, but yeah, so I haven't done very much. All I've been doing is going back and forth, leading him off, getting more like paste from him, and it works really well because you can get heaps of cementing paste. And there's someone on Archie, I think. This is annoying. There's just this one beaver that's always gone for me. Oh, I might just make a run for it to see if I can get the one that's over here. There's another dam over here, I think. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't really care. I can get heaps more later. But yeah, so I think you get the basic idea of this spot. You just gotta run around, lead them off the cliff, get the cementing paste and whatever you want, really. If you don't want the cementing paste, then you don't have to get it, I guess. If you want the wood or whatever, you can do that too. Oh, that's cool. I bring my trend on in. That'll make it easier, hopefully. Right, there we go. Access that one. Let's get that, and drop the rest. Uh-oh, here comes a beaver. Or four. Might just quickly see if I can get this one. Alright, I might just leave that one for now. But yeah, so I think you guys basically get the idea. You can get a lot... Has that one respawned? No, I don't think so. But you can get a lot of cementing paste from just doing all this. So it's a very resourceful spot, this area. You get cementing paste, pearls, mushrooms, flowers, and clay as well if you're interested. And there's a few good base spots around. So this is a great spot. I definitely suggest you use it to your advantage because you can get a lot of great stuff from this. And I definitely suggest you use it because just from a couple of minutes, maybe 10-15 minutes, just look at what I've got. And even the pearls are in pretty good amounts, 202 from just I didn't even get all the nests. I would have gotten maybe 300, 400 if I'd got them all, which is pretty good for early game and decent for late or medium late game too. So it's definitely something I think you should all take use of. And yeah, so I basically I hope this video helped. If it did, please do leave a like. And oh wow, there's heaps of metal in here. And if you have any feedback, put it in the comment section down below. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!